Hey, what's up, guys? Ricky Mateki here, and I'm making this quick video for you just to inspire you on how you can work with AI. And I've been messing with a lot of AI tools out there, and they all sort of work the same. And if you treat it right, it treats you right. It really is that simple. It's like working with a coworker and has unique skill, and it will pretty much do what you need it to do. So if you haven't used the Replit platform yet, I was able to build a whole CMS system for a website that I wanted to design for myself in less than 3 hours. And I was doing other tasks while it was developing this. All right. And I'm going to show you the prompt. You see it over here. Okay. And I didn't use any other tools to prompt this out. I literally just wrote what I wanted and it created a site for me. Okay. Literally with my experience, it wrote stuff like this. And just, cookie cutter stuff. It gave me speaking at events. I tweaked everything. I added a products and services section, a view all products. I added a blog section, a view, latest insights. And originally I wanted to put this in WordPress and do it, but I couldn't get it to work right in WordPress with Elementor. So I had it really build out a whole admin interface to this. I mean, literally, if you click this button, okay, I was working with it to create everything where I can have my site settings. I can edit anything from my bio. I could do call to action buttons. I had to do WYSIWYGs, social on and off, for my socials, from making home sections, blog posts, speaking posts, products that wasn't even there. I had it to where I could add pages. I can tweak the navigation on the top, and it's amazing. All right, so I literally just started with this. I need to create a personal brand website that looks super professional, but also casual and fun. It's for my name, Ricky Mateka, and the site rickymateka.com. I'm a professional software developer and SaaS internet marketer with over 20 years experience. I'm an influencer with many, have almost over 100,000 people. I need to show my speaking engagement, my events. I need a blog section for updates and a strong about me. Can you help me create this site? I literally started with that. And what it did was basically build this. It built this out, okay, with what it thought that I would need, okay? And it was a static site. So you would have to actually download the code and edit it, etc., etc. So that's why I wanted to put it in the WordPress, okay? But so what I try to do, it did this, okay? The site is live. I designed it clean and bold, approachable, professional, art direction, typography, hero section, etc., right? I said, could this be put into a WordPress template? See, I'm just working with it as if it's another human being that I'm working with. I need to have a dynamic to me to edit. The use as requested dynamic editing capabilities, WordPress-like function. I suggest upgrading to full stack application. So in Replit, you can either do design mode or you can do it in app mode. So I was doing this in the design mode first, but I converted it into app mode where I could publish a whole app, right? I do a whole admin backend. He can build a custom admin dashboard. All right. So before we do this, can you make a WordPress theme in app mode? Okay. So I converted to an app. And then it did a WordPress theme for me. And it worked. I mean, it didn't have all my sections, but it was a little bit too cumbersome for what I needed to do in WordPress. And then I even couldn't find this, so it actually made me a zip file. And then it gave me a download button, which is crazy, right? So I was like, where's the download button? And it actually just put it here for me. Like, it's like working with a developer. All right. And then I said, all right, I got all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what I want to do is I basically want it to convert to an app. So I convert it to app. It starts looking at the application, personal branding websites with static content. The current design shows speaking, engagement, blog posts, about session. Since you mentioned wanting to edit content dynamically like WordPress, I'll build a simple CMS backend so you can manage your content without touching the code. Add, edit, delete, blog posts, manage speaking events, update your bio and stats. Let me set this up with a database and admin panel. So it just started doing it. Okay, it's now connected. Let me create the admin panel. All right, and then it just made it live. Now everything you see here wasn't there yet. Okay, I just had some basic sections and some basic editing tools. I didn't even have any of this yet. All right, so I had to build this all out for me. All right, so it did the admin setup, it did the database setup, etc. All right. I said, this is nice. Can we make it to where I can upload images in the editor? Because at first, when I was doing stuff like this, so I go say blog post and I edit, it had me put a URL here. I said, no, I like to have an upload button. So it made an upload button. This was a plain text box. I said, no, I need a WYSIWYG. And then I said, hey, I also need it to have an HTML button so I can go put HTML in the source. That wasn't there. And it did it. I said, I do need a WYSIWYG editor when I create new page. Okay, so then boom, it did that. added a full WYSIWYG editor. All right, and it's just amazing. All right, so this works well. I had to test it. In the WYSIWYG, can you add a source? So when I copy and paste HTML code, it can be edited. As you can see, boom, boom, boom. All right. Okay, adds the source code view toggle. I added the HTML source code. All right, how would I edit this picture if possible? Can I add sections to the home page? Should I just use an external pages? I may need to add more sections and work on the copy here for the page. Great question. Let me check the home page structure to see what's currently editable. I can see the hero image is hard coded. Let me make the both hero editable, blah, blah, blah. Now let me update the admin page with enhanced site settings, including the hero image upload in the home settings. Now let me update the hero component. Now while I was doing this, I was working on other things. Okay, this took about 7 minutes. So I was literally just working on other things. And then I had to, republish the app. It's cool too. So like, if it needs like API settings, like I'm building a whole nother app in here as well. So it asks you for like database passwords, API keys and stuff like that. Then it'll store it into your account, right? So here I published the sites, but I noticed that when I published it over here to this, there was things that were broken. It just wasn't working right. I mean, so like the menu had some problems. If I was like on, view all these events, okay, I can actually, see them, but I didn't, but it was only upcoming. I told I need all the events. I made it make a page like this where you can see the event itself, like the full event. See, I don't know why that's not working. But let me go back over here. Let's see this one. Yeah, it's taking a little time. That was working flawlessly. So it can have little bugs. There's still maybe a couple more bugs I might have to look at, but like it works like that, like the blog. It could just be my net connection here, but oh, there you go. See, that was working. It just took a little bit. But like over here, you see latest insights. If I click that, it's going to make a whole blog section over here. I can go back to blog. I told it the blog didn't have a back to home, so it made it back to home, right? I can come to the admin. I can say, all right, I want to go to the blog post. I want to make a new blog post. All right. I can add categories here. I want it to be like, I'll probably make this like drag and drop too as well. So I can cancel this. This is not drag and drop order. I may want to do that because we go to products. I made this a drag and drop. So if I add more, it'll do drag and drop. Navigation, as you can see over here, you can drag and drop the navigation. So I'm probably gonna have it do that next. It's really simple to do actually. You just tell it, okay, well, you just go, hey, I just noticed that the product section doesn't have a drag and drop reordering tool. I can see that the navigation does, but the products and the blog post don't. Could you please make this editable to where I can drag and drop in my admin? And that's what I would tell it. I would just tell it like if I was talking to a developer, a junior developer sitting next to me. I found and fixed the issue, published site, had empty database, blah, blah, blah. Okay, please remove the so yeah, I had buttons on the top that it made for me that I didn't need. Rename book me to clarity call. All right, so over here, if we go to the site, okay, this was, there was a book me button. Actually, I don't even know where the hell it went. So I'm gonna have to tell it to put it here, whatever. The admin section is now password protected. I need the password protected admin section. I left it open. Can we make a way to edit the current sections of the home page? I have to change speaking events. I need to make sure I can link view all past events to another page with my past events on socials. I need to add Instagram. So it didn't even give me Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. I said I need to add Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. All right. I want a tick box to turn them on and off. You're doing great, buddy. I'm super impressed, right? I've added all new features, social media settings, on and off toggles. Okay, that's what you see over here. Okay, so it originally didn't even give me, it gave me LinkedIn and GitHub, and it didn't give me Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. It does the icons and everything. It's absolutely ridiculous what this thing does. So it comes back and you're just working with it and you're reading it. And you're like, okay, so how do I log into admin panel? Okay, go to admin, etc., etc., etc. I add the toggle. Here's the switches. You go to admin login, and I made it make another special code so that people can't just go in and make accounts. All right, so you need a special code in creating an admin account. So if someone finds the admin page, they just can't make one. And I had to do that too, and simply by just talking to it. All right, so look, I added individual pages for blog posts and speaking events. Try clicking on a blog post or event card to take you to a dedicated page. So that's what it did here. Like, it wasn't doing this before. Like, so I was like, all right, I want to be able to like go to a blog post and I wanted to have a dedicated page. All right, so say I want to, get people to a post like this. They can just go they can go back to the blog. Okay, they can see that. They can go back to the home page, etc., etc. So I made this like a mini CMS. It took about 3 hours. Okay, well, I could have did this a lot faster, but I was actually doing other things, so I let it sit for a while. But about 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Done. Read the blog button now goes to the dedicated blog page. All right. And then, I need to be able to edit this. You can even take screenshots of this and send it to it. So like I was like, all right, here's what I need to edit. So I took a screenshot of what I need to edit. So I was working with this, and it didn't have read more about me. It just had all my about me info in this one little section over here. So I was like, no, I need to read more about me and a whole page for it. Okay, so I can write a whole about me page to it, and that you can do over here. If you go to admin, I made it do it so where I can like go about, and I can go over here to bio text, and then my about page. All right, and then I have my pages here. So about me, see my about page. Okay, so I can edit this. I can put a whole full about me page right there, and I can spruce it up, HTML it up, use maybe ChatGPT to write all the markdown code. Okay, and then plop it in there. I'm done in the admin panel about bio. You can now edit the section. Okay, blah, blah, blah. It looks great. Can we add the same upload image function to the quote background image URL? So I just wanted to make sure I can upload images without having to just put the URLs in. All right, so it makes it doesn't do everything perfectly. You gotta pinpoint things that you want to do with it. All right, and things that you need done, and tell it what you need done. It'll go out and get it done. All right, so okay, what do we do next? I need one more section that works exactly like the blog post section, product and services. I need to add product and services just like the blog post. When you click a product post, it goes to its own page, and it has a back button that goes to a page that has all the products. So it did it, okay? It didn't have this section because I have products and services. So I can click into here, go to a full page, go talk about my product, put a nice, image for the product there, the service, press back to products. It goes like the blog post, back to home. It's on my home page, all right? And, it said view past events. I think we need a page with all the events, no matter if they're past or upcoming. So on the home page, I have the latest 3 events. And when you click view all past events, it shows all the events like the blog. So we can rename that button through all past events to view all events. So that's what I did. Okay. So it was just past events. So now I have view all events. It goes to its own page, and then these go to its own page too as well. And it has the breadcrumbs so we can get back. It's just amazing. I'll update the button text and make events to show all events, right? So there you go, done. The button says view all events. Okay, it says, does this look good? All right, it's asking you. The speaking events page should be show upcoming past. It does not matter. So I was tweaking it. One more thing, could you add a products link to the navigation? All right, so it did add the products link here. It added the products down over here. All right. And then, basically the site is ready with all the features. In the admin homepage sections, add custom content section to your homepage. When I create a new section, I need a way to add an image. I have it display left or right of the section content. So basically what I had to do was like, all right, if I'm going to add a new section to my website, okay, like this, where you don't see it over here, it's on the live. If you go over here to view site, I was messing with it. Okay, if you go down to the bottom, you see new section 1. Well, if you look at this, right, and you go to admin, okay, when I'm in my sections, homepage section, I do a new section, I can do this, blah, 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 and then section image alongside content, leave empty, so I can put the enter image or upload the image, okay, right over here. So I can put that, and then, I just noticed that it didn't do left or right. It said that it did it. Done custom homepage. So when you add a section, you upload an image, choose how, you have to upload it first, and then choose how to display on the left or right of the content. If you leave the image blank, it shows the content ready to publish. You're ready to publish. So there you go. So I'd have to upload an image, it uploads over here, and then it'll give me a toggle. Do I want on the right side of the content? Do I want on the left side of the content? So if I want to make like image here, content, and then an image here, content, and look really sexy, the page is responsive too as well. All right, done. The homepage section is now of a drag and drop reordering. So I wanted a reordering too of that. So that's why if you go to the site, the sections, and then you have this here, you can't see it here right now, but if I had like 5-6 different sections, I can reorder it just like the navigation. It gives me a drag and drop. See these little handles? So I'm going to have it do that for the blog post. I'm going to have it do it for the products as well. All right, all I have to tell it is just the model. So if you got something working in the interface, just tell the, or you can even give it a screenshot. Like literally take a screenshot and give it to it and say, I need this to work like this. And it just knows what it's doing. That's what kind of scary about this, all right? Stuff like this would have took me a few days to build by myself, you know what I'm saying, from scratch. I'm a developer. But doing it like this is ridiculous. Then I noticed there was some discrepancies between the database, development database, and the production database when viewing the data. So it can't work on the production database, but what it could do is export SQL for you. And that's what I had to do. So it exported SQL. I don't know where it is. It's in the message probably over here. All right, yeah, here are SQL statements to go. So yeah, boom. So now it gave me insert into, it built all the stuff that I need. All I had to do was copy and paste it into the database. And that's really simple. I mean, you really come to the database. Here's the development one. Here's the production. You go over here. And then now you have all your stuff, but maybe you want to go into the data. And then you have an SQL editor. You can just go in here, copy and paste what it gives you, throw into the editor, press run, and then see the results over here. So it's really that simple. It's like, this is such an integrated development environment. It freaking is amazing. All right. And then you look, look at the stuff like that. I was having some anchor problems. Okay, blog page needs to go back to home page like the rest. Any page we should have a back to home page link by default. The top menu needs home and order 0 for navigation. You're talking to it as it's like a developer, and it's telling you what it's doing. It's giving you updates too as well, because remember that you need to move it over into the production database from development. So I didn't even have to ask it to do this. It just said, all right, now you need to make sure you update this. It's ridiculous. All right. Then I needed to have an order of where I want my socials because they were out of order. So it did it for me. Then I need some password protection, etc., etc., etc. And you just keep on going with it. Okay. I just need to know how to connect to my domain. So now it's telling me how to connect to my domain, etc., etc. And I'm just messing with it. It fixes things. Some of the buttons weren't working properly. So now it says, all right, issue is like 100 milliseconds is enough time for speaking section before scrolling. Let me make it more robust, and just down and down. All right, so look, I just said I enjoy working on the content tomorrow, so I'm going to be working on the content. So this will be live soon. I literally have this built in less than 3 hours, and it cost me less than $100 in credits, okay, to get this done, and an admin. So if you're not taking advantage of, like, say, Replit, I know there's other tools out there like Base 44 and some other ones. I'll be messing with Claude Code directly for my bigger enterprise code bases. But let me tell you something. If you're not messing it with just for this type of stuff, I mean, you would pay a developer how much money to get this done? How many hours? I mean, if I was to build this myself from scratch, I could probably get it done if I was to sit there 8 hours a day for like 3 days straight. I could probably get this all done because I'm a developer and I know how to put the databases together fast and stuff. But then, you messing with CSS, you're messing with pagination. So like if you go read the blog, well, it built pagination in here. So if I keep on putting more and more and more in here, it's gonna have like page 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's not that easy itself, just doing that. And I used to build this whole stuff from scratch. Okay, now I literally could just tell the AI to do it and make me a site that's fully editable. You know what I'm saying? So I could change this image now, etc., etc. All right, I don't want to make this too long. I just wanted to inspire you. And if you want to get Replit, okay, we can get ourselves both credits, okay, free credits actually, by just using the link in the description here. And if you use that link in the description, it'll take you to the sign up and you can start messing with this yourself. It's really, really simple to use. I mean, honestly, what you're going to do is just come over here, okay, go to home. And as you can see, over here, you got your projects and my home, my apps. All right. And you can see, okay, I have a social media scraper that I'm building, and this is pretty complex. And I'm working it the same exact way. It made me an admin reporting. It's connected to my Mongo database. I just have to give it my API keys. It's so smart that I said I need a reporting dashboard for my MongoDB. I didn't even tell it what to do. And it literally just did the icons, it did the accounts, it did the logs. It was just ridiculous. It blew my mind. Building the brand site here, right? So if you're over here, yeah, either designing something like a prototype, okay, maybe UX, UI design. That's what I started with for that website. But if you're building a full-blown app, you can go in here. Now, I know some people use ChatGPT to get their prompts for this, and you can get even granular, but I'm telling you, like, I literally started with just that one prompt okay, for that site. Okay, and I didn't even use anything else. It just did it. It's getting smarter and smarter. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you value. Go to the link in the description. Go get Replit and you know get coding. Get doing this stuff. You can do this for. You know how many people are not doing this? I mean, if you're just doing this and work, it's like working with a side employee. So when you're in ChatGPT, if you wanted to train on yourself, ask it, okay, how do I use you to train it on me so you sound like me? And it'll tell you exactly what to do. Like, don't be afraid to like, or have to look at eight other different prompts from other people to be like, oh, this is how you use it. Talk to it. Tell it what you need. I have it building me logos. I have it building me, what you call it, YouTube cover images, channel images. I have it building me school classroom images. I have it building me whatever I need. Okay. I have a whole logo project. I have an email copy project. I tell her how to talk. I told her to interview me on my company. So you understand my company. Interview me on how I write emails. So I gave it a bunch of emails. I hooked up my Gmail account to Gemini. And now I can say, give me the top 10 important emails for the day, and it does it. Or I tell Gemini, could you go into this folder and give me the top 50 subject lines? And now I have marketing ideas. I mean, if you're using AI in this kind of way, you're going to make a lot of fucking money, period. All right, so hope this makes sense and you take massive action. Replit is the bomb. I haven't tested too many tools. I'll be going to use Claude Code by itself. That's going to be pretty advanced. Once I figure that out, I'll definitely make a video. But right now, I just wanted to get you guys this and just inspire you to get building. All right. Every day that goes by, you're not doing stuff like this, you're going to be losing out on the AI game and making a lot of money. All right. Later.